Welcome to the Hobby Guard once again. This will be part 2 of creating my channel logo series. So what I'm gonna be doing instead is I will talk, but everything else will be speed painted. So that being said, just catching up from the last video, made some progress here as you can see, just finishing the sketch on top of that other sketch that I already had before I do my line art on the drawing. Another thing you will notice is that my right and left legs are the same. That's because I copy pasted one, because I drew them both separate and I didn't like the look of one. Now this is an issue I normally have when drawing legs and just figures standing. They always seem a bit unbalanced, or the leg positioning always seems a bit off. So that's something, just a mental note for me in the future, like I really gotta work on this. And that's also how you progress. I'm too old and too ADHD to never draw until I can draw perfectly, never try to draw the things I like until I can draw them perfectly. Or for example, things like this logo for the channel, right? I could just pay, I don't know, probably somewhere close to $30 to $50, but this is part of what I want to do in this channel, right? This is part of the content I want to produce, just talking about hobbies, talking about doing stuff not only for profit. I will not only draw only if I can do it professionally, and as I progress, I will, like I said before, make a mental note of the things that I would like to practice, and maybe that can also become content in the future, or maybe for a second channel. I'm not entirely sure how this will work. Most channels I see nowadays on YouTube are sort of like single niche committed, whereas it's harder to make a variety channel. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now regarding my study of the human figure and how to better draw legs and people standing and make them seem more balanced, more grounded, this program that I'm using here, if you're into drawing, you might be interested to know, is called Clip Studio Paint. And I got 2 years for free of this program when I bought the drawing tablet that I have, which is a Wacom something medium. It came with a 2 free year subscription of this program called Clip Studio Paint. Unfortunately, I have been a busy guy. I've done very little of drawing just for myself, just things that I want to draw. Now this is funny, right? When you're working on your own project, like for example making my logo for my own project, I am both drawing what I want to draw and drawing something, so to speak, for work at the same time. All the while I am learning, and for someone as busy as me, all those things are incredibly useful. If you're anything like me and maybe you're a bit older, I'm 31 by the way, and you know, a normal feeling to have at our age is like, oh well, I've always wanted to do that, but I feel like it might be too late now for me to even start in any way that ends up being productive. That's totally where I'm at. I always wanted to improve my drawing skills. It was originally, when I was younger, a dream of mine. So yeah, for sure, it might be a bit too late for me to make a living out of drawing. Regardless, if you want to enjoy the shadow of a tree, the best time to plant the tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant it is right now. Some people, by the way, might be wondering why I am posting all this process even when it's so rough. I do have imposter syndrome because again, I'm not a professional artist, and having so many influencers on YouTube that are so talented, and I really don't like using that word because it's not talent, but like they work so much harder than me at this. They produce content about this. It feels almost insulting to them in a way that I would somehow dare. What right do I have, let's say, to start producing my own speed paints and my own creative process and so on? And well, the reason for that is, I know I'm not the only one who feels like this, who really likes to do this but has not invested the amount of time necessary. Hence, it's a hobby, right? So I believe this is the right channel for that. Then you know, there's gotta be content somewhere for some of us too, who probably just got distracted in life and didn't invest as much time in some passions as they would have liked to. That doesn't mean it's not a passion. I'm not gonna sit here and give you a course on how to do this. Again, I do have imposter syndrome, and I do feel constantly, even with like the paid commissions that I've done, I do feel like I am cheating just because sometimes I am looking up how to do something online just as I was doing it. So if I just tell people, hey, I don't know how to do that, but go check out the guys that do, and all the while I'm here doing my own thing, trying to create a space, to create a community for the people who do find this interesting or beneficial. But if you do, I see you. You know, I don't deny your existence. It's okay to suck a little at things. It's okay. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the meh. As I like to say. And in reality, like I joke about it because I've really held myself back so many times. I do see a lot of artists. I don't want to say a lot, but they're definitely out there, and I've seen them. That whatever time I've spent just developing the technical knowledge and skills to bring these drawings to life, they've spent less, let's say. And yet, that does not stop them from doing the thing. And that's not a bad thing, mind you. Like, some of them do sell their art and they just have different skills, right? Like their charisma perhaps, or their personality, or maybe they just know the right people and they do sell their art. Sometimes you gotta sit down and do the thing. In the immortal words of Logan Nine Fingers, the Bloody Nine from the First Lot trilogy by Joe Abercrombie, sometimes it's better to do the thing than to live with the fear of doing it. That mindset has taken me to a lot of places. I've had a bunch of different jobs that I had no clue how to even begin doing them at first, and I ended up being somewhat proficient at them by the end. Obviously, I'm not special, right? That's a lot of us. So I think if you're old enough, you will have eventually come across that. That applies to your hobbies as well, okay? And I say all that, and yet I have a lot of trouble with it still after so long. There's so many hobbies that I'm like, I really want to get into, but I'm like, maybe I'm too old, or I just don't have the time. But there's something beautiful about at some point realizing, hey, yeah, maybe you can do it at like the popular level that all the truly invested people are doing it at, but there's really nothing stopping you from enjoying doing it at a different level. And that will be all the commentary for today's video. I will leave the speed painting track on, the speed painting video on in the background, so feel free to keep watching if you want to keep seeing some of the progress, and hopefully by the next time I'll be able to start doing some of the line art. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like these, more hobby related stuff, please like and subscribe this video and to this channel as well. If you have any commentary, any critique, any constructive criticism, it is more than welcome. I am just starting out with this. I am just learning, and I want to create so much more content and with better quality as time goes by. So I will gladly read any of your comments, and thanks for watching.